Hi everyone, it's your girl Bob the Healer. I'm back, okay? Baby, I'm back in a new form. Okay, I've elevated. Okay, I've survived some things and I've come here alive to report them. Okay, as you can see, this is going to be a timeless experience. All right, a timeless, luxurious experience provided by your girl. But before we get into all of that, okay, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following, make sure you're part of the Healer Heart community so you can get this replay, so you can access this live later and some exclusive content only for the Healer Heart community. If you're new here, I'm Bob the Healer. Always report live, honey. You see the mic, honey. Because when I get this mic, honey, I'll be doing some, no. I'll be reporting some things. You see, I'll be reporting some things, okay? But today, it's a chill vibe. Today, we are going to be organizing this cluttered rack of my oracle decks. If you're new here, I'm a spiritual healer, shaman, okay, child of God. And these are some of my spiritual tools that I use. I'm going to go into them and how I organize them once we get them organized. And yeah, we'll go from there. Also going to be catching up with you guys because I know a lot has been happening in this world, okay? And I did speak on some things. If you haven't, go check out my Twitter and my Instagram. Shameless plug. I'm going to put them in the comment section, okay? Um, yeah, I have been predicting some things per usual that have been happening in the news. We'll get into that. We'll also talk about creating a sacred space for yourself, what that looks like in your home. As you can see, I have changed locations, honey. We've upgraded, we transformed, and I'm in a new space. Praise God. God is so good, okay? This apartment is provided by God, okay? And with that, I'm going to be showing you guys, just how I get organized, a little behind the scenes of what happens, how I prepare for readings, and all the jazz. Enough of that. Make sure you're following. So, one thing I do to organize my space is I get a mind map going. I'm a visual learner. Hi, baby. Um, I'm a visual learner, so before I organize anything, I need to visually see things. My favorite thing to use, of course, is my iPad mini. Okay, she's cute with her little sparkly case. Okay, my digital planner. It's my favorite thing to use. It's my life, y'all. Okay, not literally, but metaphorically. Okay, it's my brain outside of my brain, and I love to use applications like Trello and ChatGPT, because you gotta use the machine so the machine doesn't use you. Okay, hi baby. Make sure you guys are subscribed. So yes, I use this to kind of just like in Pinterest, live by Pinterest, honey. Okay. If you're new around here, make sure you are subscribed and you're following. I'm talking to you. Okay, because we're gonna get into organizing this lovely deck and going over some of the downloads and all the things that have been happening in this world. Okay, y'all, things have been happening in this world. Have y'all been noticing? Thank you, baby. I like your vibe. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, so first things first, like I said, your girl just moved, so I'm going to be organizing this, going through my favorite decks, keeping it cute, and then we're gonna talk about some different things, So right now, this is literally a mess, okay? Um, what I did before hopping on this live was kind of organize how I wanted in my mind's eye this deck to look, and it's going to look like that by the end of this. Tell me. So these are some of my decks that I just have been using recently for some of my client readings. Shameless plug. I'm going to link in the comment section below how you can book a reading, honey. Okay. I don't want to put these on the floor. Okay, everything's spiritual, but maybe no, I'm not. I'm just going to put this on my desk. How was the people doing? How are y'all doing out there? Just checking in with y'all. So I'm gonna get in here and get to it, honey. So how I organize my decks as a spiritual healer. Okay, I have a lot. I started off doing too much. Now, no, let me rephrase that. It's all a journey. It's all a process. If you are watching this and you yourself are interested in spiritual work, use the tools that you are called to. Okay? I just call them like a relic, honey. Okay? You ever seen the scene in a movie? I don't want to say the name of the movie, but your spiritual tools choose you. Okay? They choose you. All right? You're called to it. I believe that if you want to use Oracle decks, go get yourself an Oracle deck, honey. Go get yourself an Oracle deck. But if you want to use tarot, as far as like decks and stuff, if you want to use tarot, I would say be gifted that. Okay, be gifted that, because that's, honey, personally, that's just my belief. I don't think you need to have a tarot deck if you out there shopping for one. I don't. I think someone needs to, who is in the spiritual community, initiate you. That's how the community started, is initiation. It was a secret society. Okay, it wasn't something to play about. Okay, like how y'all be playing with things, it wasn't nothing to play about. Okay, you need to have spiritual discipline, and I still believe that you do. So I would recommend someone else gifting it to you who's been in the occult and things. Speaking of, this is my first deck that someone gifted me. This itself is not, but someone gifted me this. Or did I buy it myself? I'm lying, y'all. I bought this myself after I was gifted a tarot deck from a previous colleague. Okay. And what one was it? It was this one. Ooh. Too many decks, y'all. Too many decks. Which one was it? It was this one. The Threads of Fate. Love, love, love the creators of this deck. I really do my research when it comes to decks and understanding who created what. Okay, and these two young ladies, or they, are amazing and very intuitive. I have predicted really, really good things. I also want to preface this by saying that you are the Oracle. It's me. It's in me, honey. It's in me, not on me. Okay, and I don't need this anymore. But these were great vehicles and tools to help me to clarify and understand my gifts a little better. So now they kind of just sit in my apartment because I don't really use them anymore. They are great tools to help me hop back in. It's like exercising, you know, using your spiritual gifts is like exercising, and you constantly need to be fine tuning them to keep them in shape, honey. Okay. Personally, that's just my experience. And I'm a visual learner. I have clairvoyant gifts. So I visually see downloads like movies, you know, like a scene in the movie, honey. That's how I get a download. And thank you, baby. Make sure you're following. Okay, make sure you're following. So yes, y'all get me off topic. What was I saying? Class, what was I saying? Are we paying attention? Okay. Are we paying attention? Spiritual tools and it being in you, not on you. You know, like now I visually see things like movies, or I always have, and this kind of just helps me to paint the picture for my clients as well. Okay, when I'm doing a reading, visually it used to be hard to articulate what the vision or the download was coming through. Now I can just be like, look, girl, you see this in the card? Okay, usually it's for y'all. It's y'all because y'all don't be getting it. Okay, I could tell you, you know, he ain't the one, but the card will tell you, and then I don't have to. Okay, I don't have to do too much, honey. Okay. So, top deck, top row, top shelf, honey. I hate to sound like this, but I'm a Venus and Libra, honey. It's got to be pretty, okay? When I first got into Oracle decks, it was all about the looks, okay? And I'm all about aesthetics. Everything needs to look pretty. Everything needs to look good, okay? Because I look good, honey. And it's all about energy, right? Everything is about energy. These are my Oracle decks. Personally, I like Oracle decks better than or more than tarot decks. When I first got into reading using decks, because I also read with birth charts as well. So I can look at your birth chart, look at your birthday, honey, look at your eyes, truly, and tell you some things. Okay, tell you what you ate for dinner. This Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell is amazing. Work Your Light. It is beautiful, okay? Beautiful, beautiful deck. If you are a star seed, if you're someone born in the 90s, the early 2000s, this is a deck that I would recommend. It really channels perfectly our generation and what we are meant to really transform through karmically. It's beautiful. So this is one of my most beautiful decks. See how pretty she is. And then I also have a few decks from Rebecca, honey. Okay. Rebecca be on her. Okay. She be predicting some things. She also be working with some celebrities and things. So she knows the tea. Anyways, the Rose Oracle, this is beautiful. Also pops off. And you can use it as on your altar if you have an altar. If you guys are interested in a video like that, we'll talk about that later. Oh. Ironically, pulled the card Mother Rose. I'm happy to return to my babies because I know y'all been missing me. Anyways, you can put this here on the thing like that. You see? You see how cute? Okay. This deck, also beautiful. So I'm not going to go through every deck. If you guys are interested in that, comment below, let me know. Comment below, let our sister know. Okay. If you want to see like deck reviews or whatever. But I ain't finna waste my time. I ain't finna waste my time if y'all ain't finna be... You know, this is an equal give and take, you see. Okay? This is an equal give and take. That's the thing, okay? That's the thing. We be hopping on these social media platforms forgetting that this is an energy exchange. Okay? You can't just be watching here for free and not giving some energy. Okay? Because God knows and sees all things. Okay, it sees when you stealing my content. Okay, sees when you on here taking notes, but you're not giving me credit. Yeah, Bobby knowing. Honey, Bobby knowing. Don't make me call you out by name. Okay, all right. Moving on. So, we're resetting the spiritual space by making sure these are organized. I don't advertise anything because I'm not that neurotic. And it's really about aesthetic. So as you can see, we have all the lilac color at the top because, you know, that's the vibe. I also want to spotlight this Game of Thrones deck. Like, what? I be wanting so many of my clients to get this, but they don't get this. And I really feel like look at that. Oh, that is fire. Comment below if you watch Game of Thrones. Who's your favorite character? I actually want to low-key go back and rewatch all 5 seasons, but I just can't do the Nightwalkers. I just cannot do the Nightwalkers. Like, please save me the time. Okay, so this is my Game of Thrones tarot deck. See, love? Yeah. This one I rarely use, but honey, she be accurate. This one I have a mini version of, and I always have an Oracle deck in my purse because I'm always ready for a client reading because I am obsessed with the work that I do. Let's be real. Okay. Your spiritual healer is always on the clock. Okay. Always responding to emails. I'll leave my email below if you are interested in booking your own personal session in spiritual reading. This is African Goddess Oracle. Features some very famous orishas, which I have studied on for like the last year or two, you know, and they some powerful beings, honey. This deck I have in its cute little sleeve. These are some of my tarot decks. This one I got because it was so cute, and this is when I was personally like, yeah. How I attune to each tarot deck, okay? And attuning means just aligning my energy with the energy of the deck, okay? And some of y'all are about to follow, okay? Hello. Oh, hello. And you see how that works, honey? My decks talk to me, okay? Really, it's my clairvoyant gifts, okay? When the Holy Spirit communicates to me, it's visually and it's through the cards, okay? Ace of Cups means a new opportunity, okay? Someone coming in, a gift, honey. Someone wanting to purchase a reading, honey. Yes, okay? Book your reading. Someone missing the opportunity. Some of y'all missing the opportunity, honey. Okay. Anyways, I bought this deck. Love it. It's so freaking cute. I got this from Barnes & Noble. Shout out to Barnes & Noble. That's where I got all of my decks. Majority of them. If it wasn't gifted. Or I personally bought them from the deck creator. Or I got it off Amazon. Would not recommend Amazon. Would not recommend it. Why? Because Amazon be letting people return decks. I don't really believe in returning decks. I have a few here that I just did not return. Because it's an energy thing. Like I said, attuning to the energy of the deck. Each healer has their own process. I'll share a little bit of mine. I ask my deck a few questions. I get to know my deck. I want to find the gender of it. I want to find the strength and the weakness of the deck. All you do is just ask, you know? This deck was really a beginner deck for me. It helped me to understand the tarot, and shout out to future me because I'm coming out with tarot school. If you're interested in that, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can be first to know. Sign up for my newsletter. But anyways, this deck was so inspiring to me because I wanted to learn tarot and not feel intimidated. I wanted to learn tarot intuitively because that's how I picked up on it. That's how my gifts work. And tarot can be monotonous. I'll be honest. No shade, but shade. Okay, I think it's very easy to read tarot and be inaccurate. Okay, because the deck is just some cards. But if you truly are an intuitive, you're a clairvoyant or a psychic like myself, whatever you want to call it, a seer, okay? It takes skill, it takes time, it takes practice to really block out traditional tarot meanings and just read the card, honey. What do you see on the card? That's all you gotta, you see a poodle, honey, okay? You see a pink chair, okay? You see, and these are things that I see, but you may see something differently. Okay, I'm teaching you how to read, honey. Well, mini reading class, okay? So anyways, if you're interested in learning more on how to read, comment below, email me, and I'm gonna get you guys signed up for the school. It's gonna be popping. So yes, love this deck, super cute. Maybe I'll use this in the tarot school. So now that we got those pretty tidy, this one, I like to have a cute little small deck for traveling. This one I love to take to events. When I am hosting events of 6 people or more, which is like $360 as of now. Okay, when you're watching this, I don't know. It might have changed, honey. The prices may go up, honey. But according to now, $300, 6 people. Each person gets their own individual reading. And I typically like to carry a smaller deck with me. This deck, so inspired. A lot of my decks, I wanted them to be creative like me, honey, okay? And to inspire me to think creatively, to inspire my inner child. This reminded me of Sailor Moon, which was one of my favorite shows. It reminded me, I was going through this inner child healing, okay, which is something I specialize in too, if you want to book that, where I really went and explored my favorite TV shows, my favorite movies, okay, favorite activities as a kid. Okay, write this down, honey. Those things help me to channel my inner child and channel the life that I wanted as a kid. And now I'm creating it, honey. I'm living my own personal business in my apartment. Like, I love it. So, this anime tarot is super cute. Um, the Oracle book is adorable. It goes through some of, if you're really into tarot, you'll love this. And if you're really into anime, you'll love this. Okay, ooh, Knight of Swords. So this month is June that I'm currently filming this. Cancer season, end of Gemini season. Oh my goodness. That was hard. A lot of transformation that's happened quickly for me personally. Okay, I moved residencies, had to move super quickly, and it was overwhelming for me. Having to find a place of residence at the last second really required me to surrender my expectations, my life to God. Okay, and it taught me a lot about my faith. It taught me a lot about patience and discernment. Oh my goodness, like your girl really is so intuitive. I'm not even gonna play myself, okay? And I was playing myself, and that's because I had confidence in myself instead of confidence in God, okay? And that's the main lesson that I learned from this experience was like, it doesn't matter if you have faith in yourself, have faith in God because God believes in you. Truly. God truly believes in you. Okay. Jesus truly believes in you. And when you allow Jesus to live his life through you, his light through you, baby, life gets better. Life gets easier. We stop resisting so much. Okay. I was resisting the elevation and transformation God was calling me into because I didn't believe that I was equipped or qualified, you know? And a lot of it was the things I was speaking over my life, okay? I could sit and manifest the worst possible scenario, but not the solution. Like, what are you doing? Okay. What are you doing, honey? And, you know, my angels had to sit me down and show me, baby, you got to turn it up a notch. Okay, you got to keep pressing forward. You got to keep moving forward despite obstacles, despite the enemy, because honey, the enemy is loud and there is satanic things and demonic energy that is running around in this place. And when you are a child of God and when you walk in your light, honey, you are calling those things forward naturally. You just are. You're calling them forward naturally by being in the light. You stand out amongst the darkness. That's just what happens. And so through my experience, God brought me through. Okay, he truly transformed me, brought me through and helped me to see it's not on you, it's in you. I put it in you. And if you just walk forward, if you just call it forward, honey, message for some of you watching. If you just call it forward, you can walk straight to it, honey. And that's what I did, you know, and there's going to be people around you that don't see what God is calling you to, you see, and that's okay. You just have to tune them out and tune in. Tune out and tune in, honey. And really, it's a spiritual tune up that you're going through. It's a spiritual exercise that you will experience when God is calling you to something that is a next level, something you don't believe that you are qualified for. And honey, this level of peace, whew, you see, I set my goals this year on something different. I was tired of the financial goals. I mean, those are great. Don't get me twisted. Your girl still has those things. But it's bigger than that. Somebody say it's bigger than that. Okay? It's a spiritual blessing that I'm walking into this year. And it started with my spiritual goals, reimagining my goals a different way. Okay, because when you focus on your goals being spiritual, they become fruitful. Write this down, okay? Fruitful goals, things that continue to multiply. So that when you accomplish it, it just, God really supplies all of our needs. And when we focus on the good things in life, this is what I learned. When we focus on the good things in life, when we focus on the spiritual fruit, we get a harvest, right? Okay, and so I am focused on peace. I'm focused on love, okay? Being in a peaceful environment, a peaceful home. Honey, my home was not peaceful before this, okay? And as you see, I'm at peace. It's quiet, I'm relaxed, got a little jazz playing, a little candle lit. We're organizing and decluttering, okay? That's the vibe that I want, and it's continued to multiply in my life. Peace in my work, peace in my relationships, okay? Love has helped me through some trying moments, honey. Okay, your girl got into an accident as soon as I moved in here. I got hit. And it just hit me. I'm like, wow, God, everything is trying to knock me down and keep me from leveling up and being the woman you are calling me to be, being the light you are calling me to be. And it just showed me how fearless I am and how fearful I was acting. It gave me a massive transformation in my energetic field because now I know I can vibrate higher. Baby, I ain't pushing myself a little. You feel me? Okay, sometimes you just gotta push yourself a little further than you thought you could go. And now that I'm on the other side, because when I was on that side, oh honey, I was stressed out, overwhelmed, okay? Here, look at a mess. Now on this side, I can see the mountaintop. I can see the light. I am the light, okay? I can see it wasn't that hard. I was making it more difficult. By resisting the change, by not having faith in God. Okay, I'm telling you. I was allowing anxiety and fear, okay, which I recognized in that moment was demonic attack. I truly believe that after coming on the other side, that demons exist in anxiety, depression, okay, and fear, isolation, laziness, gluttony. Okay, all the sins, those are demons that attack you and bring you vibrationally lower, which becomes like a hell. Baby, I done came up out of hell. Okay? And what I recognize is faith, patience, and trust in God. Will really breathe, it will breathe life into you. Okay? It will breathe life into you. It will give you a light that you have never known in yourself. But you got to have faith and you have to trust God. There's no other way. And sometimes you may have to go through hell to trust God. Because God don't work when we want to work. Okay, God works on her own time. You see, and that's where the faith comes in. That's where the patience and the trust comes in. Okay, that's where I like to say pull God's credit score. Okay. This deck, love it. It's the Healing Waters Oracle deck. This one I specifically bought for the beach, to take to the beach. As an intuitive, I get extreme downloads when I'm by the ocean and man-made, God-made, excuse me, because the beaches do be man-made. The God-made ocean. Speaking of the ocean, there's a lot of things lurking down there. I'd recommend not going in the ocean right now. Okay? Because we've been playing. You know, the U.S. has been playing in the waters recently, and they done found some things down there. How do we get rid of the demon of depression? Thank you for that question. That's a great question. Prayer. Prayer is the best remedy for depression. Okay? Because what depression really is showing, it's a depressed spirit. Okay? Your spirit is in despair. You have no hope. You have no faith. You're in despair. And baby, you got to pray your way up out of it. And if you don't know how to pray, the best way is to just have a real conversation with God. God, you listen. God, you see me down here. You'll see me down here struggling. Listen, let me get real with y'all for a second. Can we get real? Because I got some things to say. Baby, I done had some real conversations with God. It wasn't, oh, Jesus, I need your light and your love. No, Jesus, God, you see me out here struggling. You see me. You see my spirit in despair, okay? And don't get me wrong. There's been some days where I completely ignored God. And then I rolled upon him like, God, what's up? You see me. You just got to be real. God sees our hearts, and he does not fake the funk. Somebody I was talking to earlier today was talking about how fake people be. You know, when you just be like, hi, how's your day? How are we? Oh, good. How are you? I'm great. God is not fake. God is the truth. God is real. And when we get real with God in prayer consistently, I mean, you got to be at God's doorstep every single second. I'm not praying. I'm not playing when I'm praying. Okay. I'm so serious about my request to God. And if you're not serious enough, you're not depressed. Honey, you're not depressed if you're not serious enough when you're praying. Okay. I done been on my knees. God, I need you to fix this. Okay. I need you to take me up out of this situation, because depression is a depressed spirit. Okay. So the demon is on your spirit. It's not you. It's the depression. Okay. You need a Snickers, honey. It's not you. It's the depression. Okay. And we like to claim the depression as our own. That's when you become like a host for what do you call it? The symbiont. That's what it is. It's a spiritual symbiont. I don't even know if that's a real word, but I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It's like a spiritual entity that attaches to your light, to your soul, and depresses your spirit, like literally sits on top of it. And the only way that you can get it off is through prayer. It's through spiritual cleansing. Okay? Make sure you're taking a shower, because depression does not like a clean body. Okay, depression wants you dirty, stinking, okay, laid up in the bed, ain't washed your booty, okay, ain't ate nothing, okay, ain't drank no water, okay. Depression does not like self-care. Okay, so you have to look at the energy like energy, okay. It's not you. And psychology, and this is someone who has a psychology minor, okay. I went to the school and things. I went to the white man's school, and they gave me the certification and things. So trust me, I understand what the doctors are telling you. Okay, I'm not a certified doctor. I'm a spiritual healer. Okay, and I'm not a psychologist. But ironically, my psychologist is quitting her job and doing what I'm doing, and she wants my advice, but whatever. Anyways, so I'm just saying this is my download from the Holy Spirit. It is a spirit. It is a demonic entity. It sits on your spirit, and it makes you believe that it's you. Same thing with anxiety. Okay? Same thing with OCD. Same thing with bipolar disorder. Same thing with schizophrenia. Hypochondriacs. All of it is a spirit that sits on you. Okay? And when we have a clean spirit, we get rid of anything that's attaching to us. And the best way to clean your spirit is to get close to God. No other way around it. I'm sorry. That's just the best. That's $1 million advice right there that I'm giving y'all free. Okay. This is what people pay. Millions. This is what celebrities pay to book readings with your girl. I'm telling you. It is to have a real relationship with God. Okay. When we are in communion with God, these spirits flee. They get off you. Your spirit becomes clean. It's like taking a spiritual shower when you have a conversation with God. I'm so serious. And God just cleans your mind out because spirits can sit up here, honey. Okay. Yeah, this is a battlefield. Our mind is a weapon and a war zone. And these spirits will sit here and control your thoughts and make you think that that's you. That's where schizophrenia comes in. That's where bipolar comes in. Okay? And these thoughts tell you things. And, psychology will just tell you to put some medication on it. And all it does is numb it. And then when you take the medication away, the spirits come back and you don't have the spiritual tools to fight the war that you're actually going through. So how we get rid of the depression spirit is we don't claim it. Honey, I'm not depressed. Okay, I have a spirit that is sitting on my light. That's how we speak on it. And then it becomes a reality and you start to see, oh my God, that's not me. I don't like sitting in the bed all day. I actually enjoy going to do sports. Some of y'all love to play basketball. You need to go hit the gym, honey. Okay? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Some of you enjoy coloring and art, and then you get depressed and you don't want to do nothing. It's the spirit, it's not you. And so what we do is we get our spirit in alignment with the highest spirit there is, and that is the Holy Spirit. And I like to just have a real conversation with God. Look, God, I'm talking to you. You see me down here struggling. I need some help. And watch God and wait for God. Wait for God to show up. And if he don't show up right when you want, hit him up. Hit his line again. Hey, God, it's me. It's Bob here. I was asking for those new followers again to continue to spread the message and the word. I'm asking for a share, Lord. Can we get one? Oh, okay. I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for the new follower, God. And now we're expecting God's goodness to show up in our life. We're not expecting depression. We're not expecting the worst case scenario. We're waiting on God's blessing. And if you don't believe, baby, keep praying. I'm telling you, you ain't in despair. You ain't in depression enough until you trust. Until you are at the level where that's all you can do is trust God. Honey, you're not depressed. You're not really that depressed. All right. Thank you for that question. Okay, so yes, this is my Sword of Light deck. This deck is one of my absolute favorites. I run to this a lot when I want some clear answers, some truth. This deck is channeled through Archangel Michael, who is the leader of the angel army, honey. If you haven't, you need to check out Archangel Michael. Learn about your angels. Angels can only help us when we ask for it. So ask your angels. All of you have, some of y'all, not all of y'all, that's a misconception that people have guardian angels. That's not true. Okay. Some of y'all have angels that have been sent from your ancestors to protect you. And some of you have actual angels that you were like born with. Okay. And they do protect us. This I wear 444. It represents to me protection from Archangel Michael. And I wear it proudly, honey. So if you were wondering, that's why I wear it. Recognize the signs in your life. You know, I love my decks because they help me to slow down and channel messages. As a psychic and healer, or whatever you want, I call myself a seer, which means I see things that other people miss. I read through certain situations. Okay, I report live on things that the news gets months later. Okay, whatever you want to call my gifts, honey. Just make sure you put some respect on it. These help me to truly channel better and slow down, just kind of enjoy the message because they come so quickly. Comes in like a movie scene. But the movie scene is happening in light speed, honey, because the light is communicating to me. And when the light communicates to us, it's urgently. So you got to pay attention to the signs. Okay? Pay attention to the signs. This is one of my favorite decks. It predicted my sister birthing her child. I have watched my nieces and my nephew come out of my sister's vajayjay. Shout out to my sister. And each time I predicted the pregnancy and I predicted them coming out on time, like within seconds, on camera too. It was phenomenal. Anyways, so we have the top row, honey. Top shelf decks are going to be lilac and purple. I'm not going to go through all of them. If you want me to do a full review of my decks, comment below. We have some oracle decks. We have some tarot decks. My oracle decks are ranged from ones that I intuitively feel led to, ones that feel creative, and specifically for the different readings that I have. So I have readings that I do for my clients that really want to hone their spiritual gifts. Hi, baby. I am blessed. How are you? Make sure you are following and subscribed. I have some decks for my clients who really want to go deep into spiritual work, learn about their own spiritual gifts. And those decks are something like this: Divine Intuition. I'm glad that you are feeling good and you are joining the late night vibe, okay? We are just going through my decks, decluttering, and just vibing out with your girl. So enjoy, and make sure you are subscribed. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, right? Okay, so this one is Divine Intuition Oracle deck. This one, you cannot be a beginner, honey. You got to be able to see some things, honey. And it's lilac, so. I got these when I was first starting, y'all, okay? I don't really buy decks anymore. Look at that. Y'all saw the prayer. Y'all saw the prayer. God comes through, okay? God comes through. I need y'all to understand it. It's not a gimmick. It's for real. God comes through for me, and he can come through for you. Just have a real conversation, honey. Just have a real conversation. Anna, you are blessed, honey. You are blessed, honey. I need you to know that. You are truly blessed, okay? God is going to bless you abundantly. You came right on time. You have a discerning ear for God, okay? You got some angels guiding you, okay? This is my angel guide deck. Love This by Kevin Gray. So as you can see, my decks they range in different topics. From angel oracles to anime. This one I loved. I found out that my ancestors are Mongolian, and I got into like Asian culture heavy. Because one day I'm moving to Japan, I'm telling y'all. This is the Tarot of the Divine. It uses folklore stories to really tell the stories of tarot. Which, if you really want to get into tarot, honey, if you really want to get into tarot, a lot of it is folklore. A lot of it is Greek mythology, okay? And honestly, to me, it really reminds me of the Bible. Like a ripoff of the story of Jesus. And Sarah and Abraham and all of that. Like, I want to talk about that in another one. Baby, you probably a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, honey. That's probably why you in your feelings. And it's probably about a relationship. This is the True Love Oracle. This one I got 4 times when people want to do love readings. And I get those a lot. I'm like, dang, I don't want to talk about... Listen, a lot of people pick up these decks to be nosy. A lot of people go and do readings to spy on he, they, and them instead of truly tapping in with spirit, okay? And that's why I got these. I don't be using these. Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, okay. Again, I'll be real. Can Bob the Healer be real on here? Okay. Don't get me wrong. I done checked in on a few things. Okay, on a few of my love interests to make sure some things ain't, because I'm psychic now, and dating a psychic is not easy. I must say, shout out to my booze. Okay, dating me is not easy because I be knowing, I do, and sometimes I doubt my intuition, and I didn't pull out one of these to double check some things, and I'll let that person know. Oh, don't play with me, because the Holy Spirit tells me and shows me everything. But most of the time, I'll just get it in a dream. Honestly, I will literally get, if I feel something's off, it'll happen in a dream, and I can't really control that. So, anyways, top deck, beautiful decks. Bottom deck or second deck, second row is just gonna be out of the ordinary decks. Okay, I'm gonna show you some things. Just give me a second. I want to get this declared. Oh, and shout out to this little pocket deck. I got this. This deck is really beautiful. It's like the Empyrean, I think it's called the Empyrean Tarot. Look at that. Hello. Isn't that symbolic or what? Anyways, the deck, like I told you guys, if you've been paying attention since the beginning of the video, my first Oracle deck, tarot and Oracle deck, I was gifted for my birthday. Actually, almost 4 years ago. I've been doing readings for 4 years, y'all. And that creator created this deck, who also ended up gifting me a deck later on that I gifted to my spiritual healer, Imani. Shout out to the Hood Healer. I'm going to tag her below. Y'all go follow her on YouTube. And it was just a special moment for me because, I don't know, I'm a Venus and Libra. And I like to match. if I'm inspired or I really love you, I want us to have something matching. It's like my way of relating. So this deck was probably one of the last decks that I bought. And it's just nostalgic and super cute and reminds me of kind of why I started spirituality. And it's just my light. You know, the Lord allows me to shine my light for the world to see so that the world can be inspired to shine their light. You know, it's really about all of us lifting the Lord up, okay? It's really all about us shining our light in this world and being an example for the next person. And it doesn't have to be somebody that you know. You know? It could be a stranger on the street. I've been inspired, and I know you have been inspired by someone you didn't even know, but they did something, said something that shared their light, and it multiplied your light. And so that's really why I got into spiritual work, is to spread the light and the love, honey. The light and the love. And this is the deck that I originally was telling you guys about. And beautiful deck, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. I gotta show y'all. This is one of the most beautiful decks in the world, okay? If you're looking for a tarot deck that's beautiful, honey, look. Wait. Dun, da, da, da. Look at that. Beautiful. The deck is outshining me, honey. Okay, what in the side? Like, oh my goodness. And then you see it again. You see it, baby. You see it, okay? This is the infinity symbol. And if you know, you know, okay? Life path H. Right? Ooh la la, baby. Ooh la la. So pretty decks on the top, honey. Pretty on the top. Oh, I done moved this one about the respect. Okay, well, we'll move this one. Dang, is that gonna work? Maybe she don't want to go over here. like Tetris. Okay, so she's moving down. I don't know where she's going. All right, top row organized. By a second row, we still working on it. Now, this one is one of my unique decks. This is the second row. Like we said, top row is pretty. Okay, bottom row, y'all see Bob the Hiller sticker. Cute. Second row is creative oracle decks, tarot decks. Can we get into some things? Okay, this one, Angel Wisdom Tarot. Okay, got the angels on it. Uses angels from the Bible and kind of what their significance was is in the Bible to paint the tarot. This is Let Your Light Shine. These are Bible verses. And baby, when I was first getting into reading, I would just pull Bible verses. I still do that now. Okay? But for my clients who are not, Christian or anything like that, because I am, I'll use the oracle cards or astrology or intuitively read for you. But for my Christians, honey, I got y'all. Yes, honey. Be still and know that I am God, okay? And that was one of the lessons I learned, honey, when I was telling y'all about elevating and transforming and being in alignment with God, is waiting on God. Be still and know who I am. I'm big God, okay? God is big God and don't need your help in the process of that. I learned that God does not need my help. He just needs my prayers. And prayers are really for us. They're not really for God. It's to remind us. Every time I was praying, it was like, asking ye shall receive. And do you believe that ye shall receive? Honey? Crystal Oracle. This just has different crystals. I like to use this with clients if they want a chakra tune-up. I do chakra healing as well. So chakra healing, for those of you who do not know, we all have 7 different chakras, main points in our body, starting first off with the root chakra, which controls, our ability to ground ourselves, to be rooted, to be connected to the earth, and then goes all the way up to our crown, which connects us with spirit. If we're imbalanced, we can feel physical symptoms from each area. We can start to feel back pain if our root chakra is out of balance. We can start to get headaches if our crown chakra is out of balance. And so sometimes I will help clients by using use crystals to help balance those chakra points and identify what chakra is out of balance. Honey, this deck right here, powerful deck, predicted a winning case with this. Ooh. Yes, I predicted a winning case with this. Okay, you see the eye. Beautiful deck. This deck I love to show this one because as a reader, it took me a time. This is advanced level reading with this deck, okay? Advanced level reading. Listen, honey. See the 8? Come on, baby. You can't make it up. I'm pulling these decks out, okay? Can't make it up. This kind of look like me. Nah. Why y'all trying to play me? Like, what? Okay, I'm done. This deck you can read upside down as well. So it goes both ways. Bruh, the deck is playing me, okay? But you see, that's how I read, honey. It's all visual. There ain't no words on that. But how I do, I like decks that do have visuals. They're creative. They have numbers. 8 is my life path number, babe. Numbers tell a story as well, Your birthday tells a story. The day that you're born tells a story, honey. should I show this deck? This is a little X-rated. I told y'all, these are my decks that are like, you know what I'm saying? They're creative, okay? A little flash, because this one, you know what I'm saying? That one was really creative. A little 420 deck, okay? Um, yeah. Got a little another taboo deck, honey. A little X-rated. This is for the kitties, okay? A little sex tarot deck for my clients that really want to get into some things, you know. I help relationships with their spiritual, you know, sex is spiritual, honey. And sometimes marriage couples need a little boost in the bedroom. They need an understanding, an intuition on how to please their partner. And that is one of my decks that really helps me to channel that without having to get a little, you know, titty, a little vivid, honey. Okay. Finance, career readings. Love this oracle deck. This is money and the law of attraction cards. This is not even really a deck. These are just cards from, if you ain't been on, check out Esther and Jerry Hicks on YouTube. Powerful, powerful videos. Okay. When your girl was broke, I read these every single day. Okay. It truly transformed my vibration because money is energy, honey. And sometimes we can curse ourselves with things we speak and the vibration that we carry when we hold money in our hands. When we are using money, money's a tool, you know? That's something my dad helped me to see because I couldn't stand money. I went through this phase, honey. I went through this phase where I was like, I don't need money. Money needs me, you know? And oh my gosh, I want to do everything for free. And life is la la la, you know, not understanding. God uses money as a tool, okay? Some of the best ways to manifest money is to tithe. I'm telling you. Find you a good church or a good charity that you support and take 10% of your income and tithe. It will give you spiritual, financial discipline. It will show God that you're serious about trusting him, her, over resources. Okay, so it's a humbling experience. And then it gives you spiritual discernment on how to use your money. Because money is a tool, I'm telling you. This helped me to see and create a different relationship with money. Okay, back has a lot of words on it though. It's like a little story. So, like this deck, super cute. Okay, this deck, honey. Every person, every reader, I don't care who they are, if you are working with a spiritual coach, they need to be able to understand light and darkness. We all have a shadow side. All of us, honey. We all got a shadow side. This deck is going to pull it out of you, honey. If you're working with me and we're doing shadow work, I'm probably going to open this deck up and it's probably going to open you up. It's going to help you understand who you really are. It's going to help you see blatantly the things that you are trying to blindside and sidestep. And it may be a little painful, but we're going to get to it. And I promise you, you're going to transform after this. It's going to be an awakening experience. Every time I touch this deck, I know it's about to get real. Okay, so if you're not afraid, if you ain't scared, okay, I said, baby, don't be scared. Okay, if you scared, I'm probably not the healer for you. Okay, because I'm the healer you call when you really want to get into some real work. Okay, I'm the healer when you done been through some things and you at that point in life where you like, look, I'm ready to make a change. Okay, I'm ready to transform my life. But do not call Bob the healer if you scared. Okay, if you working with, because that's a demon, honey. I don't want to be fighting the demons for you, honey. You got to fight the demons for yourself, okay? Because I'm not your mama. Okay, I'm not your mom. But I'm your spiritual healer. So I'm here to help you transform, transmute, and change your life. But first, hi, baby. You got to make sure you're followed. Make sure you're following, you're signed up for the newsletter, and you ain't scared, okay? And in lighter news, I've got this cute little unicorn deck, too. That's fun. So top row is ready to go. Second row, what is this? Y'all, I got stuff in here that's not supposed to be in here. This is also another So I have 2 decks that I only take to the beach. Like I said, I have decks for specific purposes, types of readings, specific types of clients, just because I was led to it. This one, I was so hyped about. This is by Vanessa, super great deck creator and businesswoman. This is Below the Surface. It's a really, ooh, it has sand in it, okay, because it's got to be energy of the beach. So, yeah, we're gonna leave that one. I don't know where to put these. I'm running out of space, y'all. So I'm gonna move some of these down. Maybe Game of Thrones one. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Got my sound bowl. Y'all, this is a mess. If you're new here, drop a comment. Struggling organizing. This deck is so cute though. Look at this. The Hip Hop Queens. It's literally all of hip hop women. I've rarely used this, but it be, it be spot on. Shout out to the people who have been rocking with me this long. Make sure you comment so I know who you are. Hi, baby. You new around here? Welcome to the family. Make sure you subscribe and get everything you came to get, baby. Okay, y'all, how am I supposed to do this? Because she don't want to go nowhere. Okay, we're going to take this out. Yeah. Back from work. Now, how do I get this one back? Hey, baby. Now, why you want to know where I live at? You finna pull up? Okay. We did something. Now we tell more decks, okay? Y'all supposed to be helping me. So far, we have some. Okay, now maybe we can fit these on the bottom row. Let's see. I got all types of stuff. Okay, so what's on the bottom row? I'm gonna just show y'all because I don't feel like moving the camera. These are dices. I don't use these. These were gifted to me. They have like astrology symbols and things. You can roll them. I don't think they're accurate, to be quite honest with you. I don't need all that. Here's some more. This is from House of Intuition. This is a glow spray. Love, love, love. Okay. This is a personal letter from one of the deck creators to me. Love that. Ooh, okay. Remember I was telling you guys earlier. Oh, damn. Remember I was telling you guys earlier. Hey, when you hit 30, getting back up is kind of hard. Listen, them knees, honey. The Inner Child Oracle I have here, I got while I was healing my inner child, and I absolutely love this deck, okay? This deck, baby, let me bring y'all in a little closer. This deck will really help you tap in to some aspects of yourself that you didn't really know, you know? Look at this one. It's write a letter to your inner child. Okay, that's an exercise for you guys. What would you say to your inner child? Would the letter be about the things that you didn't get to do or you haven't done? Would the letter guide yourself to the version of you that you are now? Or would you change direction and tell your inner child what not to do? Comment below if you guys are going to do it. I'm going to do it. This is, you see, open the deck and you open new possibilities. Okay, this one on the bottom shelf, just because I don't use it as frequently. This is my Moonology deck. I rarely use this. This is supposed to be when the full moons, you know, I just was buying stuff, y'all, honestly. The reason why I love Oracle decks, okay, is because they come with a book, and the book is so amazing. Like, you get a book and you get some Oracle cards, like 2 for 1 for $20. So creative, so cool, and I will sit and just read the entire deck book before I even use the cards, because I want to know how the authors thought, how the illustrators created the deck, what went into the colors, just all of it. I'm really deeply into those things, and it helps me to better connect to the deck. This one I love. I did this for a client reading. It was pretty accurate. This is my angel number oracle. Maybe I'll pull some for y'all. I don't want you to pull up, yeah, because I'm not looking for a stalker. I'm looking for a subscriber, so make sure you subscribe, baby. All right, Authenticity 427. Look at that. Ooh, love. Look at the colors in that. So beautiful. Make a Wish 1111. Okay, so this deck is super cute, and got this one off Amazon. If you guys want me to link where I bought these decks, comment below. There's a lot of decks that oh, this is not, go up here. There's a lot of decks, baby. Okay, Can we get into some things? These are the decks that I am not so happy about buying. Okay, but like I said, I don't really return decks. Okay? I don't really like to return decks, so I'm just gonna... First up, Prism Oracle. It's okay, it's cute. It's not that deep. And I like to go deep. Okay? Confidence. Why is confidence black? I mean, well, black people are confident, so then, okay, now I get it. This makes sense. Sweetness. I don't know, I need to do some more channeling with this deck. When I'm doing readings, I'm usually channeling. Okay, very rarely am I actually reading the descriptions of the cards for what they really mean. Most of the time. Okay, tarot, oracle, whatever. I see tarot, most of the tarot decks I have, all of them, none of my tarot decks actually are traditional tarot decks. You will never catch me with a traditional tarot deck because I don't like tradition. Like, look at me, I'm creative. And so I'm very unique in the way I think and how my downloads happen, that I need color and I need creativity, and this just is not giving that. It's okay. But I am a channeler, so I usually will pick up a lot of information by just this. The color, you know, whatever I'm asking about at the time, or whatever my client is asking about, I usually be able to read anything. Their eyes, the energy, music, just a little about me. Okay, so this one, I can live without. Another one, this one, honey. This could have been number one on the list. Confessions of Soulmate. Listen, I was trying to get in my relationship bag because a lot of clients, especially women, hit me up about, you know, relationships, a man wanting forgiveness, or them thinking, is he thinking about me? Is she thinking about me? Does she miss me? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I had to get some of those cards so I could cater to those type of clients. But I realized I'm too real. And the more authentic I become, the more authentic I want my client community to be. Okay, and if I just don't want to do readings like that all the damn time. Okay, it's low vibrational. He ain't worried about you. He ain't missing you. She ain't thinking about you. Just move on. Let me stop. And I honestly, this is still in the wrapping. Okay, maybe I will give this deck away to a follower once I hit 1,000 followers. So y'all get me to 1,000 followers, and I'm gonna gift this deck. It's in perfect wrapping. I probably will not open this. This is the Biblical Tarot. I didn't like it because they had white people in it, but this was the first time, and I had asked God, I'm like, Lord, I know the tarot, I know the history behind tarot, and I know how people react to tarot in today's post-90s modern spin of tarot, and it's not accurate, personally. When you do the research, you understand the tarot was heavily in the church, and it broke away from the church because of the money that it was generating over people going to church. People wanted to go straight to the tarot reader because they could pay X, Y, and Z to get their answer instead of paying the church in tithes. I don't have a personal opinion on that I want to share on my platform, but I will say that there is so many ties to the tarot, especially the Catholic Church, with the tarot and the story of the tarot. I mean, the Pope is literally in the tarot. Tarot. Anyways, this is Biblical Tarot. I really like this one. I just haven't opened it because it's white people, and I can't really get... A lot of my clients are not white. I have to be honest. A lot of my clients are not white. Also, there's not one minority in this deck, and that bothers me. All of my decks have diversity and inclusion, and they're different. So I need that to be represented in the work that I do and what I'm portraying on my platforms. Everything is about integrity. Everything. Okay. So lastly, and then I'm gonna get it off of here, I'm going to organize these last decks. This crystal deck is going to go to the bottom because I don't really use that frequently. This one is the Shaman's Dream. I typically only use this for collective readings. When I am getting a download, I saw this online, I think on Amazon, and I saw one of the cards and I immediately got a download. I was like, oh yeah, I need that deck. This deck is 10 out of 10 for readers if you are experienced. Okay. It's extremely useful, resourceful. It's extremely informative. And if you can get them downloads, honey, you're going to be connected, honey. You're connected when you channel. Yeah, this really helps me to channel. I've been studying shamanism for 4 years. Haven't actually been initiated by a shaman, which I believe is important to consider yourself one. So I won't say that I'm a shaman, even though I have in the past. I've done shaman practices, okay? I ain't killed no chickens or nothing, but I have participated in how shamans pray, which is very serious, very intentional and purposeful. And I think that there are shamans in different cultures. We just name them different things, okay? A shaman would be considered like a minister in like our culture. But in like African culture, honey, they go deep, honey. Some will be playing with the bones and, you know, all of the good things. This is the Pastel Tarot Journey. This is what I actually was inspired to get a deck for. Okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. I actually purchased it twice because I used the other one, my first one, on my altar. Look at that. Gorgeous. Look at her. And look at her, black. Honey, different diversity. You see what I'm saying? Okay? That's important. That is important, honey. Diversity is important. Inclusion is important. Representation is important. And I don't ever want my clients to get in my vicinity and, you know, they don't feel represented. Because that's not how God works. God represents all. And I work for God. Honey, if you ever question, she don't want to go up in here. Also, another deck that, and this is not a deck that I regretted purchasing. Maybe I did, shit. This one, the Cosmic Timing. Baby, when I tell you everything is on divine timing, it's really pointless to ask an oracle reader, tarot reader, whatever, a spiritual healer. They're lying if they tell you a specific date or time. Okay, they're definitely lying. Because God, let me tell you something about divine timing. Divine timing don't care about your timing. Don't care about what the tarot reader got to say. And things shift because we have free will. So you could do a reading one day and it be, oh, tomorrow. And you could do a reading another day and it be, you know. Timing is in God's hands. Really, what I've learned through channeling is that God will just tell you, sit down and be patient. And you don't need to know. You just need to have faith most of the time. And so clients will sit and ask me, oh, you know, when is this going to happen? When am I going to get married? And I'm going to tell you, sit down. Be patient. Wait on God. Because you knowing can actually change the future. Because, you know, the funny thing is we have free will. We really, really do. That's something people cannot. I know we like to think that self-control is not a real thing, or that something outside of us is controlling us. But even with demonic possession, we give over our will. We give over our spirit. We willingly, I'm depressed. We claim those things, you know. I'm da-da-da-da. Like, no, baby, you are rich in spirit and you're highly blessed and highly favored. Okay, don't claim those things. But we have to call it into us. And so when we are being impatient or we are thinking that something outside of us can control us unwillingly, we're fooling ourselves. Okay, let me finish putting this one away. Boom. Love it, love it, love it. Also, man, getting up. I like to have a prayer cloth where you can kind of set the sacred intention of wherever you are. Whenever I'm doing readings, I travel for clients locally in California. If you're in Los Angeles, hit your girl up. I come locally for readings only. And I love to have like my reader's bag. I'll maybe do a live on what I keep in my spiritual bag. But this is a must. I carry this with me and I like to lay my cards out on there. So I have these at the bottom, but I think I'm just, maybe I can drape them over the sides. Is that doing too much? I think that's doing too much. Maybe in the back. And then I have this purple one. I'm going to be hosting an event soon, or featured at an event soon. Stay tuned. If you're part of the newsletter, you'll be getting information on that. Where I'm going to be doing some readings for love donations. Okay, for Healer Heart donations. So you can come, show up, donate what you want. And I'm going to be there doing, you know, some cute little mini readings for the community of Los Angeles. And, you know, just to get in my community and do the work. Because that's what this is about. So this is all about. And if you want to see me in your city, comment below. If we get enough y'all, I'll show up in your city. I mean, we can do some personal readings. Also, I do virtual readings as well. So I hope you guys like this little behind the scenes vibe. You know, I'm not doing a little too much. You know, subscribe because there's more of this coming. You guys get to see just how I do this stuff. I want this to be authentic, transparent. Hi, baby. Welcome back. I want this to be authentic, transparent, you know, keep the party going. And maybe I'll do like what I keep on my altar next because I think that's really important. If you collect Oracle decks yourself, comment below which ones you like. If you have any that are similar to mine, some of y'all do. If you are interested in Oracle decks, want my advice, comment below. I'll respond. Okay. But I also want to get into some downloads. Because I know, like I said, I told you guys I promised I would talk about some of those things. I think tips moving forward after watching this video and being a part of this live, make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter. Just have to shamelessly plug that. Because I'm really going to be creating content that is going to help us move through these end times. And I say that very seriously, okay? People, you got to go back and watch some of my old videos because I don't want to have to keep repeating myself. But for the sake of content, we are moving through a time where people are going to be in different vibrational frequencies, okay? Some of my followers are finna take this leap. They're finna follow. They're going to follow the journey with me, and some of you are just going to be down here. It's a frequency thing. No shade, but shade. You'll know who you are because you'll follow. The ones that are down here, honey, you're going to be struggling with what's happening in the news because a lot of things are changing if you haven't seen. Okay, a lot of things are changing. The trajectory of the world is shifting. And there's going to be different frequencies that are different people are vibing on. People are going to be vibing on different frequencies that are tragic. And you will be able to see someone living in a whole other world in the same world as you. Like, how are you living in hell and I'm living in heaven? That's going to be the major difference. Okay? And how you get on this frequency, you're going to have to subscribe. Have to be honest with you. It's not it's a one decision thing. Excuse me. Just subscribe. When you subscribe, it will take you on a transformative journey, watching these videos that are going to elevate your frequency so that you can understand how to get your energy focused for the time that we're going into. The energies that are going to be around you in the world right now are going to be so distracting and demonic that if you are not focused in. Today, what did we learn, class? We learned about depression, anxiety, all these things that this world is encompassed by, and how to rid that energy. That's what I'm teaching you here. Okay, and we're going to be moving through this time. I'm going to have all the spiritual tools ready for you. So make sure you subscribe and you tune in and you take notes. Okay, and the best way to learn something is to share and teach it to somebody else. So what you learn from this live, teach it to somebody else. Okay, share this video with someone else because they need it. The times we're moving in, you have to have a different focus and frame of mind because we are fighting spiritual war. So it looks physical, but it's spiritual, honey. You think it's your nosy neighbors. It's really spiritual warfare. Okay, you think it's the end and it's really a new beginning. Okay. You think you're in hell, but you're really coming up out of heaven. Okay. You're coming up out of heaven, honey. You were in this place of imagination, and now you're coming down to reality and realizing I'm with the common folk. I'm with the common people. What is going on here? Okay, a lot of people are going to recognize there's no middle class anymore. There's barely a high class. There's just the class. Okay, financially, a lot of people, okay, this could be you, this could be the world, okay, is shifting where people are going to be financially strapped. All right. And if you are living in a world, in a vibration, in a frequency where money needs you to survive, or where you need money to survive, or you need money to be happy, or money to thrive, when you don't understand that money is a frequency, your frequency is low. Okay. People are going to be going through hell when they recognize that the financial industry is tanking, that we are going to war, and there are a lot of demonic entities roaming around. And if you're not spiritually protected, if you don't have the spiritual tools, which I am giving away free on my platform, okay, and if you want a personal reading, you really want to get personal and do the work, and you ain't scared, you know how to hit me up. Click the link in my bio, and I'll leave the information in the comment section. Okay? Should I keep doing these? You guys got to let me know. Okay? You are part of this community now. Share your opinions. Comment below. All right? And I'm going to leave y'all with those downloads. Get on the frequency. Get on the wave before you drown. That's really it from Bob the Healer. It came here first. We're going to war. We're going to war. And it's going to be live and reported soon. So you need to reset your spiritual space. You need to reset. People, it's going to be called the Great Reset, honey. This is a live download coming in. It's going to be the great reset. Everyone's going to be resetting their lives. A lot of people are going to be starting over. Industries are going to be tanking. Okay? And you're going to have to reset your focus. You're going to have to reset your frame of mind when it comes to energy. It's going to be very difficult to raise your vibration in a world that is low vibrational. Bob the Healer said it here first. We are going to war, and it is going to be no tactic that can stop it. And I'm gonna be back like, hey y'all, I told y'all. So what we can do now is subscribe. Make sure that you are aware of what's happening. It's always going to be reported live here from Bob the Healer before it's reported in the news. And you know, we are going to be focused on calling in specific energy as we move through this great reset. And I want you to be on that frequency, so you need to make sure you are following and subscribed, okay? This is your call to action. Feel free to share this live with a spiritual friend, with a spiritual baddie, okay? With a spiritual daddy, all right? And have a blessed day, guys.